Are you considering buying an RV specific GPS? Well, don't do anything until you watch this video that's starting right now. Welcome back, everyone. If this is your first time here at Travels with Delaney, boy, we are so glad you found us. My name is Patrick, and we are the channel all about RVing, living life to the fullest. We've been RVing now for over 16 years, and we think there is nothing better. And so today what I want to do is share with you an alternative to going out and buying an expensive RV-specific GPS. Now, I did review one of those GPS systems last week, and if you haven't seen that video, I'm going to drop that video link at the end of this video. Also, make sure you stay to the end of this video because I'm going to share with you how this alternative could actually save you money. Now, I do want to say right up front, this is not a paid endorsement. We are not being sponsored by the company, nor do we have an affiliate link where we're going to make money off of it. Once again, this is truly an unbiased review. So let's go ahead, and I want to show you what we're now using instead of an RV-specific GPS. This is our new RV navigation system. Yeah, that's right, it's an iPad. But whether you have an iPad or a tablet, a smartphone of any kind, you can actually download the app I'm going to be showing you today on the Apple Store or on Google Play. So it doesn't really matter. Now, the reason we're using this iPad Pro is, well, I already use an iPad Pro to edit videos like this video that you're watching today. We could have actually used our iPhone, but I wanted a bigger working space to be able to see when we were traveling. So we chose to upgrade my iPad Pro to a cellular service iPad Pro. And what that does, it just means it has the built-in location device, so I didn't have to buy an external unit that plugs in so that it could actually track us on the route. So we pay $20 a month through our AT&T plan, and it is unlimited data, so I don't have to worry about how much data I'm using the app for navigation. Now, what we did was I went out and actually bought a suction cup mount for the windshield that actually holds the iPad in place, and it allows me to be able to move it around, get it at the right angle, that type of thing. The other thing that we do from a hardware standpoint is I actually plug my iPad directly into a USB plug in the truck. That way it does two things. Number one, I can hear the audio from the iPad with the directions through the sound system in our truck. And the other thing is it helps to keep the iPad charged. When we're going someplace where I'm concerned about our RV and what kind of route we're taking, I wanted something that would take into account the RV itself. And so our solution is an app, and that app is the Togo RV app. And so you can download this app free of charge, and you're going to get some basic features. What you don't get in the free service is the turn-by-turn navigation, and that's what you really want. So what's it going to cost? Well, our membership is $49.99 a year. So basically for $50 a year, we are going to get RV-specific navigation on any device we choose. The way I look at it is that Garmin RV GPS that I bought was over $500. So literally, yeah, this is $50 a year, but that's 10 years worth for the price of one GPS. And this app in that paid membership is going to give you a lot more than just navigation. Obviously, today we're focusing on navigation, but at the end, I'm going to tell you how you're going to save some money with the app as well. So let's go ahead and dive right into the navigation on this. So the first thing I'm going to do is right here in the top, you are going to be able to see that it says Route RV Safe with RV GPS. And so when we go in the first time, what we're going to have to do is we're going to put in the information about our RV and our tow vehicle if it's a towable. So I've already set ours up with all the information, but it's real simple. You just click on My RV, and you would go in and put in things like the length, the width, the height, gross vehicle weight, and save those dimensions. And then you would click on everything dealing with your tow vehicle and the total length of your rig and weight. So we're going to save that. And that's pretty much it. Once you have that, it's saved in there. Now, I also like the fact that right down here at the bottom, they ask you if you're going to be having propane on board. And the reason that's important is there may be bridges and tunnels where you are not allowed to have propane on while you're going through them. So a good example is the Chesapeake Bay Bridge and Tunnel. When you pull up, the first thing they ask you is is your propane shut off? And so this is going to alert you ahead of time of any situations like that. Once I have all my information set, it's going to stay in there. I won't have to change it unless I change RVs or tow vehicles. So all I have to do is right at the top, when I open it up, is choose a destination. So I'll go ahead and type in a destination where we want to head. And it's going to search and find that, and right there's the one I want. And then I'm just going to hit next here at the bottom, and it's going to begin calculating the route. And in this case, it's come up with some alternatives, just like most of your app mapping services will do, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there. And then the other thing is, you will notice up here in the upper right-hand corner, there's this little icon. I'm going to click on that, and that's going to give me route options. And so we can set our preferences for the route. There's things like avoid traffic, avoid boat ferries, you can avoid dirt roads, you could avoid highways, toll roads, tunnels, car shuttle trains, carpool lanes, and avoid difficult turns. So you just go ahead and make the selections as you see that you want, and then you hit apply, and those are in there. And now that we're ready to go, I just hit go, and our turn-by-turn navigation services will begin. Now, you can actually run this app in the vertical, and it's going to take up the full space of a tablet or an iPad. If you go to the horizontal, you can see this app is not really designed for tablets, so it's really a smartphone app that you can pull up on tablets, so it doesn't fill up the whole space. So we actually will run it like this, because honestly, with this big of an iPad, that is plenty of visual for me. Now, I can tell you that we have put this thing to the test. Over 3,000 miles now using the Togo RV app with the Road Pass Pro upgrade feature so we can navigate with it. And what I will tell you is I am really impressed with this. So we were in Gettysburg this fall, and we were staying at a campground, and we were right beside of the highway. All we had to do to leave the campground was turn right, and immediately our exit to get on the freeway was right there. So I went to route us right before we left, and I noticed it had us turning left out of the RV park. And I'm like, well, that is really odd. Why would I not just turn right and get on the freeway? And then I remembered that I had set this to avoid sharp turns. And coming out of that campground, it was a very hard right to get out of there. So I wanted to see, would it make a difference if I shut it off? And so I went in, I turned that off, and instantly it rerouted us, had me turning right to get on the freeway. So that I knew, I was like, wow, this is impressive that just by toggling that switch, it instantly made that change. That was a case where it really made me realize just how good this app is. In addition, you're going to have access to some premium features. We can browse for RV parks and campgrounds. It's just another way to help us find. Now, we still use all stays and things like that, but I love having this feature here. We can search nearby. So if we're in an area and we just want to know what's nearby, that'll quickly bring that up. We can now also find overnight parking, and I love this feature because we do use overnight parking when we're traveling and we never know what our options may be, and this literally will bring up a list of things in the area, and it'll let you know if it's been confirmed or not that overnight parking is permitted. Now, I would still call, or when you get there, ask permission, but at least this lets me know whether somebody has stayed there or not, and it also lets me know places that you definitely are not allowed to stay overnight. So I love that feature. The other thing is there are RV checklists in here. So especially if you're new to RVing and you feel like, boy, I really want to make sure I get this right, there are some checklists that come in the free version, but when you get the upgraded version, that $50 a year membership, then you're going to get things like a departure prep list where it will tell you things you should be doing before you pull out of your RV site. You can literally go through, check those off, and then when you get clear to the bottom, you can complete your checklist, and then the next time you go camping, you just clear that out and you got a fresh checklist to start with. So I like that. The other nice thing is we have Togo University. And what Togo University is, it's courses on different things related to RVing. Everything from RV shopping, where there's 24 lessons. So if you're looking to buy a new RV, those might be useful. Down here we have campgrounds, boondocking, and overnight RV parking. 38 lessons, and they're continuing to grow this. And that's all included in that $50 a year membership. Now, I said if you stuck to the end of this video, I was going to tell you how you could save some money. Well, one of the last things they provide are these member offers. And when you click on that, there's lots of categories here. So for instance, we might go into rig upgrades. There's 15 current offers. They're constantly updating this. But because you're a member, they have worked out some great deals. And so everything from deals on tires to Battleborn batteries, Berkey water filters. And so there's just some great offers in here. There's offers for camping, just all kinds of things that every RVer might be able to take advantage of and save you money. And I guarantee you, just the Battleborn discount alone, if you're thinking about upgrading your batteries to a Battleborn lithium battery, the savings on this will pay for the app multiple years. Literally, it's that good of a discount. Until next time, everybody, stay safe out there, happy camping, and we will see you all on down the road. Good night.